Hello, welcome to a video on dealing with payables and receivables in the ProLedger online bookkeeping system. You're going to learn how to make payable and receivable entries. You're going to learn about updating those entries once the money starts to flow, and you're going to see how this impacts the reports in the program. Well, let's get started. Yeah, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to deal with a payable entry. So how do you make a payable entry? Click Add Record. Now, as you know, a payable is an item that you've bought or money that you've expensed something, but you haven't paid for it yet, so that's a payable, right? So we're going to choose expense. Let's say in this example, you've bought some online promo. Now you haven't paid for it yet, so you're not going to choose any of these accounts. So instead, you'll choose payable as the account. And then we'll put in the amount. And we'll just basically finish the entry as a payable. So we're going to submit that. Now let's take a look at that. So there's your payable. Now you've had another online promo entry of $250. So let's see how this impacts the financial statement and also the dashboard. First of all, when you go to the dashboard, you're going to see here that you have a payable of $120. So you can quickly take a look at your payables and receivables from here. And you can simply click on this and it'll take you to the entries that are outstanding. So in this case, we just have that one. Also in the reports, you can see that the online promo amount is $250, but we have $250 and $120, but it didn't include the $120. And because the program is set up not to include the $120 until the payable has actually been paid. So the program is dealing on a cash-based system. So if you want it to show up on the report, you're going to need to pay that invoice, which means you just simply update the record when you make payment and choose the account that you use. So if you use your credit card, choose the credit card and press, you can even update the date if you want to show the date that you paid it and choose save. All right, so now that particular item has been paid and you've modified the entry to show you used your Visa card. So now your dashboard has 0, and now the report includes the extra $120 from that payable item. All right, let's switch to a receivable entry. So how do you make a receivable entry? Basically, it's income that you've earned, right, but you haven't been paid yet. So here's what you do. You set up an income entry, choose income. Let's say it's business income. And again, you haven't received the money yet. So you're going to go down and choose receivable. You'll put the amount in to finish the entry. And you can choose the class. Okay, so you've set it up as a receivable. The money is going to expect to be there in the future. So choose submit. And when you take a look at it, it's here as a receivable. And again, on the dashboard, you'll see that it's there. And if you ever want to look at your receivables, just click on that button. When you go into the report, it's not here yet. As you can see, we have an income item for $2,300, but it didn't include this yet because you haven't received it yet. So if you want to make that as part of your statement and you want to update the record, you change it from receivable to the account that you put the money in. Let's say we put it into your checking account. Save. And once you do that, you've dealt with that receivable. It now shows up on the report of $4,300. And you click on that, you can see the two entries that are counting towards the total income. Really, and that's all there's really to it. Thanks for tuning in.